zone, it's Davis. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Hard-hitting tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our part.
You'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And they'll run it into the end zone. good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Toledo was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Rockets performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The play-action fake. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal block.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Quickly to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the run. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down's coming.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. On third down, he drops the throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 28. the second time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Going right to work up top. He's got it. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a
throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They'll throw on third and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Oh, better checks some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They're working that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it. Fights off a defender. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback extends the play. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
He's got the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Took a shot as he threw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. A 1st down for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They'll go right back to it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Bryant. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the deep. Holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Still looking on the move. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The corners are walked up tight. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that could be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out quickly. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot that
Breaks into the open.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. They'll go to the ground. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got room to work. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The pull and throw off the RPO.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Place him.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're
lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! And here they come, almost all the way back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 10 over Colorado State. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Right on the money. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And you want that clock to run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and his offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.